I think Austin Reaves can easily be a starter.
So
he could be a third best player
that
on a
bothers me.
contender.
What?
Joe, he had me at the starter spot.
Yeah,
Then you lost me.
Now, I normally don't do this, but on this channel, we have to give credit where credit is due. Shout out to all the Austin Reaves believers out there, because today is your day. Y'all came today. Y'all knew about today. It was going to happen. And here we are. Now the whole world knows who Austin Reaves is, dog. Now, for those who are unaware, Austin Reaves recently, he's been on a burner. He's been on a stretch. He's playing amazing basketball. As a Los Angeles Laker fan myself, it's been amazing to watch him develop, grow as a player. Quite frankly, I think a lot of people still don't know the true potential of who he actually is as a player. So for the last 28 games, effectively 2 months of basketball, you have Reaves averaging nearly 22 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, shooting splits of 46, 37, and 91, 92% from the free throw line. But as of late, like I said before, it's been amazing when LeBron has also been off the floor. He's been averaging 29 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals in the last 5 games, shooting splits of 52.5, 40, and 95. And a lot of people always kind of pivot back to that game against the Indiana Pacers a couple of weeks ago when both AD and LeBron were not on the floor. It was where Reaves had like a 45, 43 point performance against the Pacers and ended up winning. He went from a player that, in my opinion, wasn't that athletic, wasn't that quick, to someone who kind of overly depending on a mid-range game, a little bit, in my opinion, too much grifting and flopping here and there, to someone who legitimate is a excellent shot creator, not only in the mid-range area, but also from deep. That's probably the biggest growth in his game as a ball handler who can create shots from behind the arc. And also the playmaking leap that we've seen out of him in the last year and a half, in particular these last like 10 to 20 games, has shown a lot of progress. Every single time I watch Reaves in a 10 to 15 game sample size, he continues to grow and develop. I do believe him playing alongside LeBron has really aided him in that capacity. And then somehow, like in these last like 15 games playing alongside Luka, or at least how many other games he's been playing alongside Luka, he has legitimately just grown as a passer. Like, he's starting to make skip passes. He's starting to make certain reads. He's been amazing in the way he's been able to advantage create. I think a lot of it also has to do with JJ Redick and the coaching staff kind of really putting a lot of promise and faith in who he is as a player. So shout out to everybody. And of course, this then kind of brought up the question of if Reaves is doing these numbers, I mean, he's playing amazing. Is he the best third option in the NBA? Are you looking to upgrade your sleep quality? Well, you can do so thanks to today's sponsors, Bear Mattress. Bear is a premium fiberglass-free mattress design set to upgrade your sleep quality, and it's conveniently delivered to your front doorstep for free within the United States. Now, when it comes to buying a mattress, that is a very unique and personal experience, but don't you dare worry, Bear has you covered. Bear knows that everybody has different preferences and sleep positions. To help find the best mattress for you, they have made a sleep quiz that will remove all of the guesswork. All you have to do is answer a few questions, provide some information. More importantly, that information may pertain to how you like to sleep on your mattress and the type of mattress that you prefer in terms of firmness. Me personally, I like to sleep on my stomach, and I'm a bit more of a firm type of a guy when it comes to my mattress, so that's just me. And once I got done with my quiz, based on my results, Bear Mattress matched me with their Elite Hybrid mattress. After the quiz, I put in the order, and before I knew it, the mattress was right at my front door. And I've had it now for about a week and a half, and I honestly have to say, oh wow, this is actually amazing. Best mattress I've ever had. Easy to sleep on, didn't interrupt my sleep schedule, and probably the biggest takeaway out of all of this is that it's a very cool to the touch mattress. It regulates your body heat very well, which is an ongoing issue that I've had with my previous mattress. And if all of that isn't selling you, Bear will still give you protections with your purchase with a 120-night sleep trial. So you get more than 3 months to make sure you love your purchase. Plus, Bear Mattress also provides a limited lifetime warranty, and they even offer financing options and flexible payment plans. So I love my Bear Mattress, and I think you will too. If you're looking to upgrade your sleep, head over to bearmattress.com/footontheline and use code footontheline to get 40% off on your Bear Mattress plus 2 free pillows. This is higher than what is being offered on site, so check them out while you can.
I feel like Wilds, they've already escaped disaster of the LeBron injury. I think that what we are seeing is Austin is more than capable of, in segments of time, running the offense. You know what I mean? Being the primary ball handler. LeBron, of the three guys, is the only guy that can wear a bunch of different hats at an A level. Luka basically has to be Luka. You know what I mean? For him to be good. And Austin's on a hot shooting streak, but Austin is not what you would call a knockdown spot-up shooter. But he is really good at drawing fouls. He's good at getting into the lane, and he's pretty good at distributing. And so I really do think this is going to lead to the best offense in the league in the playoffs.
Not that bad of a take. I do understand what he's saying as well, and I think that this is the part of LeBron's career that he was probably waiting for probably the last 6-7 years now. He's always wanted other players around him to kind of take away that ball handling responsibility because he knows he can thrive in different areas of the sport. This is the biggest reason why I never, ever, especially at this portion of his career, I will never subscribe to this ideology that LeBron was holding back a ball handler. The truth of the matter is, players like D'Angelo Russell or Russell Westbrook or any other ball, Dennis Schroeder, right? The reason why they didn't thrive alongside LeBron is because they were not good enough to convince LeBron to get off the ball more. That's why. But when you provide LeBron the ball handlers, such as an Austin Reaves and a Luka Doncic, and of course he's going to get off the ball, especially Luka, he's going to get off the ball. And I agree with Nick Wright saying there that LeBron getting off the ball a little bit more because he's able to do so many more things at a much higher level than both Reaves and Luka. His ability to get off the ball will actually put this offense in tiers in which a lot of people are not anticipating, especially for the people who are constantly questioning, oh, I don't know about this fit. I don't know about this fit.
Would you, Kendrick Perkins, put Austin Reaves on the table? Because that's what we're talking about.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I would. And I don't
put him, his dog, his brother. I'll pack the U-Haul for
with you on that.
And I love Austin Reaves.
I love Austin Reaves as well.
We do.
But we have to really stop with this why would you give up Austin Reaves and why? I would.
Bro.
I would.
He's on a very team-friendly.
I
team friendly ain't winning stuff.
But you know who's not team friendly? LeBron James. LeBron James is not team friendly.
He's win friendly. He's win friendly.
Damn, I did not know people were this adamant about the idea of trading Reaves. For people out there who aren't aware, as a Laker fan, we see this very, very often, and this is, this is part of the knockback of playing with LeBron or having LeBron on your roster, is that for whatever reason, there's this constant battle of like trading players away besides allowing them to develop into who they potentially can be at some point in their careers. And Austin Reaves is a perfect example of why you just don't give up on a player and trade him away immediately, because Reaves' name being in trade talks has been pretty consistent for the last 2 to 3 years. And shout out to Rob Pelinka for never pulling the trigger. He's actually better than me. I would have traded Reaves a few times over at this point, especially with some of the players that have been available. But shout out to Rob, because Rob does not get enough credit for not only being able to put Reaves on a team-friendly deal, being able to position him to believe in this organization so he would accept that type of contract, but for also always believing in him. We talk about way too often players or organizations having to trade players and what they get back in return. We don't spend enough time talking about how there are organizations out there who saw the true potential in some of these players, stuck beside them, and continue to grow and mature alongside them in terms of their game. And here we are now where Reaves is the talk of the town as a third option. It's actually amazing the things that he's been able to do. So shout out to Rob Pelinka.
Austin Reaves, you can make a legitimate argument right now that Austin Reaves is the best third option in the entire NBA. The way that he's balling. He looks great. I mean, this brother can play. And testament to JJ Redick and his staff, because clearly his game has elevated. This brother can play now. Austin Reaves is a special talent, and he's getting better and better every day, and he deserves all the love and respect in the world. There is no question about it. Now, how LeBron and Luka's going to feed off of that remains to be seen when they're both on the court together, because without one of them, this brother's a secondary option, and in one case, a first option, and this dude is balling. Fair enough. But I'm looking at last night, and I'm saying to myself, okay, it was the Spurs. I mean, it's not like they were going up against OKC.
This is why, people like Stephen A. Smith, it's so silly to sit there and say that. It was against the Spurs. He's He's a third option. Third options should never have the responsibility of having big games against the Oklahoma City Thunder, because at that point, it's not even a question. It'll be definitive. How many third options in NBA history could you confidently say will go in against a team that is one of the best defensive units we may have seen in the last 25 to 30 years and have a big game against them? It makes zero zilch zada nada. It don't make no sense. So that don't, bro. That's whatever, bro. But Stephen A. Smith, he opened the question. So let me see what a lot of other people got to say about this Austin Reaves glaze. It's about damn time.
This is not a diss to Austin Reaves. He's not even the best third option in Los Angeles.
Whoa.
Would you take Austin Reaves or would you take Norman Powell?
I knew Norman Powell was coming.
Close my case.
I don't know.
That's not even like a real thing.
I'm taking Austin Reaves. I'm taking Austin. I'm sorry. I'm taking Austin Reaves. First of all, the other thing that we have to acknowledge is that when we're talking about third options, it's what you're doing when you are the third option, right? Norman Powell being able to play at the level in which he did this season, and he's been amazing this year, but he wasn't doing that as the third option to get him a near all-star selection. He was doing that effectively as a second option because Kawhi wasn't playing in the first part of the season. Even though, yes, Norman Powell is amazing, and I do believe that the conversation is close. So I don't want to be so dismissive that make it seem as if like the gap is just so significantly wide. Like, it's not, to be fair, right? I do believe Austin Reaves as well is a fringe all-star caliber player. I would rather have Austin Reaves in large part due to the developments that I talked about earlier, which is his passing, his playmaking, the ball handling. Yes, Norman Powell is an impeccable scorer, an amazing scorer, right? No one is really denying that, and he is a better scorer than Reaves. However, there's more to offense than just scoring. The ability to pass and play make goes hand in hand with that. And I just genuinely believe that Reaves as a scorer is also very, very good. So when you pair both of that, his offensive game is just much more well-rounded than Norman Powell.
I don't want his fans upset about something that's not even real. So he's a great third option for the team that he's on and the way that he plays. He's a great basketball player, but it's not even a real.
It's not as if like, because when you're presenting it this way, it's almost as if like he's only this great because of the Lakers. In my opinion, the fact that he's on the Lakers and he's playing this well further proves to the point that he's much better than people kind of gave him credit for, because I don't truly believe the Lakers really maximize who he is as a third option. It'd be one thing if, because I do believe he actually had a higher potential, higher ceiling when Anthony Davis was on the roster, when he has like pick and roll type of player, throw a lob to, because that was an aspect of his game that he was really trying to develop. Who he is now is completely different. The fact that Austin Reaves, a huge portion of his game will be lost when LeBron gets back and Luka is playing at the level in which he's playing at. The ball handling aspect of this game will a little bit be sacrificed in those regards. So yes, with the Lakers, I definitely believe he benefits the fact that he was going to receive the third best perimeter defender on the opposing team because you have Luka and LeBron. Not even denying that. But in my opinion, I actually believe that the version of the third option we're going to get of Reaves on this team isn't even going to be the best version of Reaves. It's going to be a sacrificed, marginalized version of who he is because of the players that surround him. And I think that's been the ongoing plight of who Reaves has been as a player, because he's had to consistently capitulate, adjust, and sacrifice his game to the surrounding pieces around him, so people don't really know who he truly is. But there's a possibility the player that we've seen in the last 5 games is who Reaves probably been for most of the last year and a half now.
Sound crazy?
No.
Right now, at this stage, not saying overall, is AR a better number 2 option than Kyrie at this stage right now?
Okay, all right. Nick Young coming in with the fast one, boy. We over to Desmond Baines. We're now in Kyrie Irving territory. Wowzers.
You said number 2. See, Swaggy, I wasn't going to go that far. I said top number 3 option in the league.
Right now, not overall. No, don't think of Kyrie back in the day. Think of Kyrie right now.
I'm with Gil, and I'm with everybody else. They shouldn't even be entertaining this conversation. Nigga, he's better than Kyrie? Because at that point, you're basically saying that he should be in like top 20, 25 conversations. That's basically what you're saying. The year that Kyrie was having, he's in top 25 convos. That's crazy.
AR average as the number 2 option without LeBron.
So, In the 8 games that Austin Reaves has played without LeBron James this season, Gil, you're going to want to
28.7.
28.6.
Like I fucking
8.4
said.
assists,
Hey,
6.8
like I fucking said.
I didn't even know, and I said,
Damn, like I said, and remember when LeBron was out, he had 40. Think about all the buckets he get.
Like a 45,
I'm not saying
7
better
game
than Kyrie at all. But I'm saying right now.
What are you saying?
I'm about to say, what are you saying? I don't get it. And as a sidebar, Kyrie's also provided the evidence that when he's also the second option, his numbers across the board goes up as well. Matter of fact, before he got injured, what was Kyrie averaging? Because I feel as if like Kyrie's numbers were going up as well. I just don't get that. Yeah, Kyrie, bro, this is a terrible take. Kyrie was averaging 28, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. And this is a larger sample size as well. And we also have background of Kyrie being able to do this for multiple years. I don't know. Nope.
When we talk about all around third offensive or like third best player on a team, I think Reaves gets kicked down a couple spots, but I think just offense, playmaking, his scoring.
Are we doing this just offense or just number 3?
That's where the
confusion is.
That's a good point, because when we say third best option or third best option and third best player, 2 different things. Like Draymond Green, in my opinion, was the third best option in an offense that we've seen in quite some time. And it's just because he attributed to that offense what needed to be done with playing alongside 2 of the greatest shooters of all time, right? So that made a lot of sense. Passing, playmaking, he didn't have to put up a lot of scoring numbers, but what he did in that offense. But as a player, I would dare argue for many of those years, if not all of them, he was the second best player because of the things he did on the other side of the floor. But if we're just talking about option, that's a very interesting point. Because if we're talking about the third best player on a team, then no, Reaves is not the third best player on a team. If you think between Chet or J-Dub, especially if you say it's Chet is a better player than Austin Reaves. If you're saying between Darius Garland and Evan Mobley, both of them are better than Austin Reaves as well. Because again, Reaves is the type of player that DG is, Darius Garland is right now, is where Reaves is trying to get to. So both of them, both Darius Garland and Evan Mobley, are better. If you're saying offensive player, then who Reaves is right now is better than Evan Mobley is as a player. But obviously a lot of value that someone like a Mobley or a Chet provides is more on the defensive side of the floor, and that makes up for whatever gap you think there is offensively. That's a very, very good question. If we're talking about best third player on a team, no, Reaves is not, no. But in terms of third best option, I agree with him. But I will say this, I don't want to jump out the window just yet, because I do want to see what happens in the playoffs. And realistically speaking, I want to see what he does as a third option, because so far he's effectively just been the first or second option depending on the night, in large part because there hasn't been that many games where Reaves, LeBron, and Luka have actually played alongside one another, and we get to see what type of rhythm that Reaves gets in alongside those 2 ball dominant players. And I do believe that's the lens that we should be gauging him in, because again, who he is as a player, he's going to have to sacrifice a little bit more when he's playing alongside both of them. But hey, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section below. And until next time, we'll see you all later. Peace.